What it do? How y'all doing? I'm about to make a short video. It's my first video. Finally making a YouTube video. Actually, basically just networking. Also starting a communication for our people, for collectively. So I'm really gonna keep it short. I'm really gonna be introducing what I'm gonna be talking about, and through my future videos, I'm gonna be talking about the quote-unquote spiritual. We also know it as the vast heavens that we call the universe. To the mental, which is a whole nother conversation. To the physical, which in between the mental and the physical, we want to understand the anatomy and the senses and the receptors and the messengers. We're gonna learn a lot, and we're gonna learn with each other. I'm gonna be trying to connect with some people out there. I'm not gonna give no names. So anyway, I'll give you some little pointers to start from the bottom to the top. Now I'm gonna go back from the top to the bottom. Life is a flip like that. So to introduce what I'm gonna be talking about, starting from the bottom of the physical world, we're gonna be talking about nutrition and mental health and how it's affected by your diet, things like that. We're gonna be connecting all the spiritual world that we think is mystical and all the facts that are ground-based, like how chakras equal up to your organs. We'll hit the basics first because it's simple. The simple, as you know, the simplicity in life is what makes the complex. And as you see, we live in a world where complex is the common now. So, or complex is the norm. So, we jump back into some spices and some of the things I'm gonna be going over. To jump back into some of the things I'm gonna be going over. It's gonna be literally, we're gonna be talking about disorders and diseases like sickle cell, diabetes, cancer. We also gonna be talking about not just complaining, we're gonna be having a solution. We're gonna be talking about the nutrition and basis and the facts and simple things like kale, mushrooms, cabbage, we got Brussels, got avocados, arugula, we got watercress. We got a lot of things that we overlook. I know this comes from being overstimulated in the world and being in this instant age. So we eat fast food, we eat things that we don't understand that we digesting, and then things happens to us later and we don't know why, and we just talking to God about it. But the 12 salts, you got potassium phosphate, you got sodium sulfate, you got potassium chloride, you got calcium fluoride, you got potassium sulfate, you got magnesium, you got calcium sulfate, iron phosphate, I'll say iron phosphate, I'm sorry. And you got silica, calcium phosphate, sodium chloride, iron, and magnesium. Got a couple other things in my book that we're gonna go over as far as the anatomy and how it's supposed to be conducted so it can produce at its optimum level, especially for people with selenium-based melanin. Yeah. We're also going to talk about, when we get to the mental, we're also going to talk about how we should socially conduct ourselves and how actions speak louder than words. We're going to talk about signs and how they relate to the facts in the universe, and just like anybody else should know, we want to relate to how nature has the answers in its designs. So, with that being said, I think I'm gonna stop right. Goal is to fashion our people more better. No matter what religion, no matter what you believe in, none of that. It's about facts and what we have to do. And maybe, you know, we can get back to our promised land and, you know, build our nation. Yeah.
By that second year, we was like, wait,
Orange head?
overrated.
Say it again?
My father sent me to live with an aunt in the city.
Okay, okay.
And I went to school in the city instead of in the country.
Okay.
And I went on in high school. I graduated from high
It
school.
was at Atlanta?
No,
at that time?
down south of Atlanta, way down south.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, it's about 60 miles from the Florida line. So on that corner.
Oh, you went down to Florida to go to school?
It was in Georgia.
It was in Georgia, near Florida, just at the bottom. And that was a city down in Georgia at that time. Okay.
I graduated. I graduated in 1948. And then I went to college for a year.
And what college was that?
Albany State College, Albany, Georgia. Still there.
Ah, that was
Albany
sight.
State Rams, you're right here from.
Yeah.
Now it's a big school. My building was built.
Right.
But I went there for a year. My father couldn't afford it, and so I.
That's your dark man. This is my great. This is my great. I'm sorry. This is my great uncle. That's That's what I was talking about.
They turn the government asked them to turn it in, and then they would give you.
See, Mom, he talking about it now. He said the government told them to turn in their silver certificate. Well, how